Star Citizen's Alpha 3.15 is a huge update to the game, bringing with it a database reset, several cool new ships, and a bunch of changes to the game and the verse as a whole. There's been so many changes to the game, and so much is being added during this update, that some people may not know the entire scope of what all is being added. I'm going to try and keep things brief for you, but we're going to cover everything that's changing in Star Citizen's Alpha 3.15 patch. Before we get into things though, if you haven't done so already, feel free to join my Discord server where we have a growing community of awesome people who love Star Citizen and other similar games. Link is in the description. Also, if you're new to the game, use my referral code in the video description when making your account for an extra 5,000 credits. Now, let's get into things. The first major set of changes that you're probably aware of are the changes to the inventory system. No longer is your inventory accessible through your Mobiglass. You will now need to hit the I key on your keyboard to access your inventory. Here, you can see a full list of all of your currently accessible items, and you can equip or unequip things by simply dragging and dropping them onto your character. Inventory is now physicalized, and you can't just access everything you own from wherever you are in the verse. You'll have to pack things in advance before you go out on any adventures. To find out where all your stuff is stored, check out the new Knickknacks app in your Mobiglass. Here you can view what items you have stored at any location in the verse. To help you move all your gear, backpacks have been separated from armor, and you can now purchase them at most armor shops. Mix and match for style or storage capacity. They'll help greatly when ensuring you have all those useful tools you own on hand when you need them. Right alongside the changes to inventory are the updates to medical gameplay. Hospitals are now available at every R&R station, as well as New Babbage, Urizen, and Grimhex. These clinics allow you to set your spawn there should you die, as well as treat various injuries you may receive in your travels. There is also a new multi-tool attachment, the medical attachment, that allows you to administer healing on the fly. It can only restore health though. For more complex injuries, there is the new Cure Life medical tool. This tool allows you to easily mix and inject a variety of drugs, and is one of the most handy pieces of kit to have on your person nowadays. Medical pens got an update as well, giving us a wide variety to choose from, each with different drugs in them, and you can even use them on other people. This medical update also includes improvements to dragging bodies, so you can haul corpses or unconscious players onto your ship and relocate them to safer environments. These new medical tools are going to come in handy, because when you take sufficient damage that would have previously killed you, you now go into a downed state instead. In this state, you can put up a medical beacon to have someone come rescue you, which introduces a fun new gameplay loop for people who have been yearning to play medics in-game. Alongside these major changes to inventory and medicine, there are also updates to trading, shipping, and cargo. Places like mining outposts and drug labs now restock far more frequently, making trading a viable career path again. Speaking of gameplay loops, the new Infiltrate and Defend missions are a ton of fun. Some of the new FPS missions you can find can be quite challenging, as some of them can have 3 or more defense turrets, and the heavily armored enemies are operating with a greatly improved AI. These heavily fortified bunkers can be a blast to crack, and afterwards, the new loot generation system can keep you occupied as you find unique armor, knives, and guns that you cannot find anywhere else. Urizen has received some fantastic updates as well. A new components shop, Cousin Crow's, is now open on the Providence platform. This is one of the best places to buy high-end components for any ship, not to mention being one of the most visually appealing locations to visit. Furthermore, components themselves have received an update, with shields reverting back to not having identical stats. Shoot for grade A military components for these, they're the best right now. The Crusader showroom on Urizen is also now open to the public, where you can view their beautiful displays of weapons, alongside ships like the Hercules and MSR, as well as tech like the inner workings of their Moab bombs. And if you like bombs, the new Hercules A2 is an absolute blast. Dropping bombs onto ground-based targets is awesome, and the new bomb operator mode works like a charm. Just hold T to target a location on the ground, then line up your pips on the axis and let the fireworks begin. Speaking of ships, the Aegis Gladius went to gold standard in 3.15, the Origin 400i is now available in-game, and coming in 3.15.1, you can expect the Crusader Ares Ion, Crusader Ares Inferno, and the Aegis Redeemer, all to make an appearance. Server crash recovery has finally been implemented, and it is beautiful. Gone are the days when you could lose massive loads of cargo from a 30k crash. The server remembers what you had on your ship and safely stores it away for you. Carry larger loads with confidence, knowing that a server crash isn't going to wipe out your haul. With the change to moving a lot of the rendering tasks over to the Gen 12 system, 3.15 is also the best performing client-side patch yet. People who had been getting only 10 to 15 FPS in 3.14 are reporting great improvements, seeing upwards of 30 FPS and beyond. Volumetric clouds also seem far less taxing, meaning Origin is a far more viable as a destination for people with lower-end computers or laptops. The law system has been updated as well. You can now surrender to law enforcement for a reduced sentence and not an exploded ship. Additionally, most actions that would have earned you a crime stat 1 have now been made into misdemeanors that you can pay off at a fines terminal to avoid a prison sentence, though it's usually pretty expensive. The Broken Moon map in Arena Commander has been updated, getting much bigger and more gorgeous, utilizing the new cloud tech in some areas. Along with this, the scoreboard UI for Arena Commander has been updated, making the whole user experience much nicer in general. I think that's about it. There's so much that was added to the game in this patch that I won't be surprised if I missed something. So let me know if there's anything I've overlooked. Do you have a favorite change, or is there a change that you absolutely loathe? Share your thoughts about the Alpha 3.15 update in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe to my channel and check out my Patreon to help support my channel. Speaking of Patreon, a big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters, including Silverwolf, Saban, Ninja Waffle, Dragon Fusilier, and H. Kennett. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you all in the verse.